Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is Wicked Flicks. For this particular episode, I'm going with the DC animated classic, Justice League: The New Frontier. I absolutely love this. It's basically based on the graphic novel piece by Darwin Cook, and while I haven't actually read that yet, I do plan on it eventually. What I really love about this is the animation is largely done in homage to his art style. And I think that's really a neat, way to go. But essentially, the overriding story for this film is bringing the Justice League together for the first time. And the thing I find the most intriguing, though, is the time it actually takes place in, which is the Cold War era. And this was, a time of intrigue and espionage. The governments of the world were very distrusting of each other. Even within their own walls, they found distrust with their their own countrymen and so forth. And you add into that sort of real world fear mongering mindset of that impending nuclear, holocaust as that atomic clock was nearing midnight, sort of akin to Watchmen. These superhero characters, of course the populace at large would not be trusting of them. But what's more intriguing is that they are also distrusting of each other. In the course of their meeting each other and working with each other, or rather the lack of their working with each other. We see, like, in particular, a scene with Superman and Wonder Woman where these are two, identities that are really clashing and not really too fond of each other. And I think that's really interesting, as well as another very interesting scene where Barry Allen's Flash is essentially baited out into the open by the government, having Gorilla Grodd throw a tantrum in the middle of a city block in order for the Men in Black to show up on the scene once the Flash is there and try to kidnap the Flash so they can dissect him and figure out what makes him work and so forth. And I think what I really love about this overall story is that whole, clash and sort of meshing, if you will, of that real world, fear-mongering mindset. Because, of course, post 9/11, we had that sort of reflamed in the world, worrying about terrorism and stuff like that. So in a sense, it's a commentary on an allegory, if you will, on all these real world aesthetics, kind of like a lot of what Star Trek did too. And basically, what brings them together is this sort of sentience. I don't want to exactly explain away what it is, but it sees the destruction humanity is capable of and sees them in turn as a plague to be wiped out. So, of course, this has to make these heroes band together. And by the end of it, they're more accepted for who they are. Now, this features a lot of, sort of Class A acting voice, appearances in the form of David Boreanaz, Miguel Ferrer, Neil Patrick Harris, Lucy Lawless, Phil Morris, and the list just goes on. So it's just a great, great piece. And if you, are curious about superheroes and you want to watch a good movie, check this one out. I definitely love to hear from you either way. So that's going to be pretty much it for me, and I hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.